Coliseum in Manhattan. And it's the Kansas Jayhawks, number 3 in the country, taking on the number 11 Wildcats of Kansas State. Let's check out the starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from Lawrence. And here they are, the guards in that backcourt. Elijah Johnson, Ben McLemore, and Travis Relaford. Up front, Kevin Young, Jeff Withey, 4 seniors and a redshirt freshman. And 3 of those 4 seniors are redshirt seniors. They're fifth-year seniors. So in a very experienced KU team. The Wildcats come in with Angel Rodriguez coming off maybe his best game of the year against Oklahoma. Will Spradling also scored 15 in that game. Rodney Magruder has really been on a scoring tear, along with Shane Southwell, 4-guard lineup, along with Thomas Gibson, the big man. Well, these two teams certainly no strangers to each other. A series that started way back, Fran, in 1907.
You think of the great players and great coaches that have been part of this series, Hall of Fame type people, and the atmosphere in here is second to none right now.
Bill Self's team, they have had the best of the Wildcats of late. In fact, they've won 44 of the last 47 meetings and have only lost twice in 24 previous trips to Bramlage.
Well, this is a little bit different Kansas State team because it's experienced. They've been through these games before, and they are ready for this one.
Certainly, Bruce Weber has this team playing their best basketball right now on an 8-game winning streak.
It took a while. The residue of toughness that Frank Martin left behind is still here with Bruce Weber. He's tweaked the offense, and he's getting a lot out of his young team.
Rodney Magruder, the star of the Wildcats. He scored only 4 in the game you saw at Gonzaga. Since then, he's averaged 19. The opening tip goes out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Wildcats.
Dave, this is a much more efficient team with Shane Southwell in the lineup because they have one more ball handler and more guys that can get Magruder the ball.
Kansas State in their home gray uniforms. Kansas in their road blue. Spradling, no. Johnson's got the rebound. Quick crossover dribble. Johnson all the way to the rack. It won't go, and Gibson's got it. It'll be a good matchup, won't it? Magruder and Relaford.
They know each other well.
In and out, no good. 2 missed threes, but a good rebound by Gibson and a block by Withey. McLemore, a floater that won't go. Little nervous energy perhaps by both teams.
Well, that shot was challenged for sure. McLemore didn't really have a straight line drive.
Coach Weber earlier this week, Fran, he was talking about he wants to make sure his team doesn't come out emotionally drunk. You get so revved up by the crowd of the atmosphere.
A good example right there as Angel Rodriguez commits that foul. He's got to be very careful because Bruce Weber has a core that needs to stay on the floor tonight.
Rodriguez, if he has an Achilles heel, it's picking up fouls a long way from the basket.
Even there, he's got to be careful.
Three-pointer off, way off target from Elijah Johnson. Here comes Rodriguez.
When Magruder runs the floor with Rodriguez, he commanded a lot of attention. That's why the lane was open.
McLemore. That'll quiet the crowd.
Boy, how smooth was that? They chased him off the three-point line. And he was able to hit that floater.
Little switch out top. Magruder now guarded by Johnson. Relaford's on Rodriguez.
One area that the Wildcats have improved on, Dave, they screen very well.
A little bit short by Magruder. Here comes McLemore.
school step by Relaford.
Spradling turned down a shot because Withy was there.
Judiciously.
He was about ready to go in for the layup, and then he noticed the big fella.
But I do think you have to challenge him at times.
Southwell. So far, these two teams are 0 for 6 from three-point range. Johnson, tough shot.
Pretty move by Elijah Johnson. Transition defense, not great early for the Wildcats. Kansas getting out and running a little bit.
6 straight points now for KU. Transition defense, normally a strength of the Wildcats. Southwell.
That's a young man that's playing with loads of confidence since inserted in the lineup for that Florida game in December.
All the Wildcats have done, Fran, since Southwell has been inserted in that starting lineup, is win 8 straight. Good play by Spradling.
Will Spradling's one of those guys that comes up with those kind of hustle plays. Loves to step in and take charges. He and Rodriguez in that backcourt defensively are a nuisance.
Magruder. Both of his three-pointers have been just a little short. Relaford. Boy, after missing his first 11 three-pointers of the year, he's hit over 50%.
Isn't it amazing? And what you love about guys like Relaford and many of these Kansas players, how they improve over time under Bill Self. He has worked on that.
Here's a steal by Young. And fouled hard by Gibson. So Young will be going to the line when we come back, as Travis Relaford with 5 points for KU, and they have a 4-point advantage. We're back. So McLemore, when you look at his numbers, Fran, this season, and his field goal percentage, he's the best in the conference. Points per field goal attempt, best in the conference. And in terms of points, he's ranked 3rd.
Now, you remember what Bill Self has told us since the start of the season. He is a guy that actually hurts the team if he doesn't stay aggressive offensively. And early in this game, they're looking for him to get some shots.
Maybe all you need to know about Ben McLemore is his 16.4 points per game average is 2 better than Danny Manning's freshman year.
And that's a pretty good standard, I think, to live up to.
I would think so. Well, here's Kevin Young at the line. Senior out of Loyola Marymount. .59% free throw shooter. Young has been 50% or better from the field in 7 of the last 8 games. We've also noticed a lot of teams since Iowa State playing off of Young and double teaming with him.
But it gives him a free run to go grab offensive rebounds, and that's what he does best. He is a real garbage man for this Kansas team. He knows his role.
And by saying a garbage man, that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
McLemore and Spradling. Rodriguez gets into the paint. Dishes off. Deflected. Now Magruder. Back to Southwell. Good ball fake. Shot way short.
That's good ball movement right here.
Spradling. Withy clears the glass. Wildcats ice cold from three-point range. They've been hitting better than 40% in Big 12 play. Not so tonight so far. Stolen by Spradling. Rodriguez, finally.
How about Will Spradling? Comes up with the steal, comes down the floor, picks and chooses his spot, finds Rodriguez.
Wildcats now 2 of 9 from three-point range. Spradling got a hand on that. Boy, he's active tonight.
Both he and Rodriguez very, very scrappy.
McLemore on the give and go to Withy, and he's fouled. That's on Magruder.
Watch the patience right here of Will Spradling off that steal. There's the steal. Now watch his eyes looking up the floor, deciding which way he's going to go. And then look at that. You talk about a rhythm jump shot with plenty of time. Angel Rodriguez knocks it down.
Spradling has been so pesky. Made a good play on the baseline, a steal there, and a perfect dish to Angel Rodriguez. Well, here's Withy, a 69% free throw shooter.
That sounds pretty good by some standards because he's 7 feet tall. But remember last year, he shot over 80% from the line.
Withy, one of 2 Jayhawks on the wooden watch list. The other being Ben McLemore.
You and I have seen his growth as a player.
Oh, man.
There were times, Dave, where I did not think he would get on the floor for Kansas. And he has certainly proved a lot of people wrong.
He has developed so much, and on the defensive end, he's going to wind up being the all-time leading shot blocker in Kansas history. And he'll get his first breather of the game with the Jayhawks leading by 4. Martavius Irving is checked in for K-State. He's got the ball now. Nadir Tharp also, and he's guarding him. Both coaches going to their bench. Perry Ellis is in for the Jayhawks. One constant, Magruder and Relaford.
Travis Relaford is going to be a tired young man by the end of this night.
It's going to feel like a pinball. Shot clock down to 1. They get it off with 1 second to go, but the rebound cleared by Young. Long 3. And Spradling is there with a rebound. Jayhawks haven't had a field goal in about 3 minutes in this game.
Right now, Tharp has gotten Magruder. Let's see if they switch back, and they do.
Whistle and a foul. This one called on Nadir Tharp.
Another young guy that has really given Bill Self quality minutes this year. Last year averaged about a point a game in 5 or 6 minutes. Plays with a lot of confidence.
You're right, Fran. Since that American game when he had 9 points and 12 assists, he's just on a tear. 22 assists, only 9 turnovers in his last 8 games.
And last year he was about 1-to-1. Not good for a young point guard.
Enriquez trying to back in on the smaller Perry Ellis. We'll just watch Relaford and Magruder, huh?
Well, Rodney played 40 minutes against Oklahoma, and he has to do a lot of moving in that offense.
That's a travel on the part of Spradling.
You saw that game Saturday. You were here. Oklahoma held Magruder scoreless the first 10, 11 minutes of that game, and then he got on a real roll.
Yeah, he scored three-pointers in a row, 11 points to really help Kansas State put Oklahoma away going into the tail end of that first half. And then they cruised in from there. That's an important 3 for Elijah Johnson because he was just 1 for 11 against Texas last Saturday, and he missed his first 3-pointer badly. Jayhawks with their biggest lead of the game. Spradling trying to cut into that. In and out, no good. Bodies flying everywhere.
Another example of good ball movement by Kansas State and good screening in that motion offense.
Good pass from Young. Perry Ellis will be going to the line when we come back. Kansas with a 15-8 lead.
Now watch Kansas's ball movement right here. Everybody touches it side to side. And you get Elijah Johnson an open look. He knocks it down.
between the Wildcats of Kansas State and the Jayhawks of Kansas. And right now it's the third-ranked team that leads 15-8. These two teams both have been ranked in 5 of the last 7 meetings. Interesting, this the 274th meeting and only the 16th time that both have been ranked.
Well, you know that it's not really a true rivalry unless both teams are very good, and we have that this year. You know, it's interesting with Missouri leaving for the SEC. Many KU people now are turning their attention more to the school 80 miles west because they need a team to hate, I guess.
I don't know if they'll ever hate a team more than Missouri.
I think you're right about that.
With Fran Frischil, I'm Dave Armstrong. Glad to have you courtside with us at Bramlage Coliseum, and a turnover for Rodriguez. The third turnover for K-State.
Good pressure by Nadir Tharp, and Bill Self's been happy with his offense this year. Not so much with the defense, but he'll like that peskiness. He's out of the timeout. Keep in mind, Bill Self loves to draw some stuff up out of TOs.
Good ball movement by the Jayhawks. Shot short, though, from McLemore. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Diaz.
See the hustle inside, and hard to tell right there. I'm sure Perry Ellis didn't tip that.
Johnson trying to get into the paint. Now to Tharp for 3. That's long. And again off Diaz and out of bounds.
Kansas today. We saw Bill Self and his team working on those inbounds plays underneath, and of course they've been very effective much of this year.
They probably have better baseline inbounds play than anybody, right?
Well, they execute them so well, and they save some good stuff for later in the season. They don't show it all in November and December.
McLemore, no basket. That's a charge.
Well, the freshman made a very athletic play to hang in the air, but Thomas Gibson held his ground. Let's take a look now. He sneaks through. Gibson set before McLemore leaves his feet. A good job right here. Thomas Gibson using that big frame, although he's trimmed down some. Step in and take that charge.
He's still 270.
Yeah, he is. But they've done a great job with him since he arrived from the outskirts of Dallas and Cedar Hill.
Boy, the Texas basketball scene in the high school, Fran, is just blowing up. I mean,
well, you're right, especially in this league. When you think of this league right now,
man.
15 guys making contributions from the state of Texas.
Interesting to see Rodriguez turn down that shot. Now Southwell spins in the paint, and it's blocked by Ellis. Ellis almost wasn't there for the pass from Tharp, and he gets fouled on the play. Well, as the name might suggest, Phillips 66, the proud sponsor of the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship. Both start with Phillips 66. Both stand for performance. Phillips 66, experts in gas since 1927. Fran, your thoughts on Perry Ellis? Comes in as a McDonald's All-American, and so far this year has struggled a little bit for KU.
But I've seen him growth and improvement over the last 2 weeks. I had a chance to coach Perry at the LeBron James Nike Skills Academy. He's a very soft-spoken guy. We've already chronicled that he's an excellent student. And I think Bill Self wanted him to inject some toughness into his game. And I've seen more and more of that from Perry Ellis over the last couple of weeks.
Jayhawks just 4 of 8 from the line so far. They were great against Texas the other day. That's probably what won the game for the Jayhawks against the Longhorns. They were 21 of 25.
I like their defense early in this game so far.
Irving, no. And that was kicked out by Gibson. It'll go to KU.
What Kansas is doing, Dave, is on all those screens in the motion offense, they're going underneath and they're taking away curls to the basket. They're forcing Kansas State to read and stay on the perimeter.
charge. That's 2 on McLemore.
That's a heady play right by Rodriguez, because remember, this could have been his second foul, but he got himself established, and you saw the extension of that left arm right there, an easy call for Rick Hartzell, and now McLemore will play with 2 and head to the bench.
Interesting, both McLemore fouls, charges. Magruder hasn't really gotten into the game offensively yet. Irving. Nice pull-up. A much-needed basket to get this crowd back into it. Up and under for Elijah Johnson.
Now, Kansas State, they showed hard on that pick and roll, but they did not rotate back into the paint, and Johnson saw that.
Rodriguez. How did he do that? Withy changed the shot, but it went in anyway. Big fellas going to war down low.
Now let's go back to the other end. Watch this floater. Here comes Withy. Look how high that ball goes to the top of the backboard. I'll tell you who has that move in his arsenal. And I wouldn't be surprised if Angel Rodriguez takes that from a guy like J.J. Barea playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves. When you're 5'11", you better be creative at the rim.
That foul on Gibson, by the way, his second. Tharp for 3. That clangs out no good. Here comes Rodriguez. In a burst of speed. This time blocked by Withy, but a foul.
Rodriguez is so smart. Take a look, Dave. He knows he's going by Tharp right here. He gets by Tharp. Now he's got to get to Withy's body and force some contact. He does a great job. Tharp never leveled him off to keep him in front of him.
So Rodriguez will go to the line. Angel Rodriguez by far and away leading the way for the Wildcats right now with 8 points. Here's Kansas State, Fran. They're within 5 and maybe 4, and yet they're only 5 for 18 from the field. All while Rodney Magruder cools his heels over on the bench.
Good strategy right here. Bruce Weber's going to rest him through the 8-minute timeout, so he may not actually miss much time on the game clock, but get a couple extra minutes of rest. Well, you saw how pesky Angel Rodriguez was on Saturday against Oklahoma.
Tharp loses the handle. Here comes Rodriguez again. He's creating havoc on that perimeter right now. Really feeling it. Ooh, that was halfway down and back out again. Young gets some space. There, though, was Jordan Enriquez.
He spooked Young like Withy has spooked the Wildcats tonight. Young could have gone right up and tried to draw contact. Remember how strong Jordan Enriquez finished last season. He was a defensive presence down the stretch.
There he is. On view. Nine straight by the Wildcats.
Kansas has missed some opportunities around the rim. Kansas State has gotten out in transition, taken advantage. Take a look. Now they'll play off Southwell, and he has played with great confidence over the last 8 games. I'm not sure you want to let him shoot that uncontested three.
Well, you look at the three-point shooting for each team, and Kansas State has hit their last 2. Kansas, meanwhile, has only attempted 6 three-pointers in this contest, and this little 9-0 run got Bill Self's attention. He called a timeout, and it got this crowd really revved up.
Well, Jordan Henriquez, as you see some losses here by teams in the top 5, as Jordan Henriquez has done a nice job of protecting the basket for the Wildcats. A little three-quarter court zone press right now. Kansas plays 99% man-to-man on the season.
Ellis, that would have been good anyway. Enriquez got a piece of it, and it went in. So count the bucket for Perry Ellis.
That's the kind of aggressiveness that Bill Self has been looking for from Perry Ellis.
So Enriquez gets a piece of it. Ellis, though, snaps a little drought for KU, and they lead again by 1 after this from Phillips 66. Well, one of the icons of Kansas City sports, George Brett, the Hall of Famer, number 5, on hand here tonight at Bramlage Coliseum, along with Rex Hudler, one of the Royals announcers. Hey, for lots of fun, Kansas City's inaugural Big 12 5K Fun Run and Family Stroll happening in conjunction with the Phillips 66 Big 12 Basketball Championship, Saturday, March 16th, 9 a.m., downtown Kansas City. 5K will be open to all participants. For more information, go to kcbig12run.com. It's Fran Fischel. I'm Dave Armstrong. Sprattling back in for Kansas State. The Jayhawks leading by 1.
Right now, Angel Rodriguez has caused havoc for Kansas on both ends of the floor.
Enriquez, no.
And McLemore sitting with 2, Dave, and it looks like Bill Self may not bring him back before the end of the half.
Enriquez and Withy have really become good friends, going to a lot of big men's camps.
They've done a nice job of shutting off that high-low pass to Withy.
Shot clock at 2. Tharp barely at the buzzer, a 2-pointer.
Good clock recognition that time by the sophomore.
McLemore left to cheerlead right now, and Kansas with 2 straight buckets to lead by 3. Magruder hasn't scored yet. He's 0 for 2. And now 0 for 3. Tharp throws up a wild one, but there's Perry Ellis.
Perry Ellis, as we mentioned, he keeps coming on. Bill Self told us a number of times during the preseason, give him a chance. He'll play his way into the rotation.
Almost lost by Spradling. Hands by Tharp there. Angel Rodriguez left open. That 3-pointer won't go. Ellis got a hand on it but couldn't control it. Now Southwell for 3. Here comes Relaford. Gives it up to Tharp.
They had Withy inside at the end of that break. They didn't see him.
Ellis. That was blocked by Enriquez. Rodriguez. High off the glass again.
That's the second time Nadir Tharp could not get back and get established. And I always say, in transition, if you're even, you're leaving. If you're even with the defender, you're able to go by him.
Kick out for three. Wow.
A lot of confidence Bill Self has in Nadir Tharp.
In transition, straddling, no. And the three-point struggles continue for K-State. Tharp a three. This could be a dagger, no. Rebound, saved by Spradley.
Tharp has done a very good job of driving and kicking. Not so much with the long-range accuracy.
Southwell gives it up. Ball is still loose. Out of bounds. And it goes off of Kansas. Boy, look at the effort for both of these teams.
Well, let me tell you who's fired up, too. Bill Self is fired up because he likes the way his team is competing.
He didn't think he got a good call on the baseline either. Kansas leads it by 6.
The strategy on Magruder is to not allow him to curl into the lane, so they're going over the top of screens and forcing Magruder away from the basket. Even though we know he can shoot it, he's not doing his damage in the paint area like he's so capable of doing.
And Magruder 0 for 3, friend, to start this game. Almost over and back. Rodriguez saves it. Whistle and a foul. That's on Withy, and that's number 2 on Jeff Withy.
He'll come out. Kevin Young will go back. And, you know, we've watched Angel Rodriguez continue to mature. Last year, there were times he'd keep both teams in the game. His decision-making is better. His fearlessness is terrific. I love the way he competes defensively. And with Magruder, Dave, not scoring today, Rodriguez has taken it upon himself to be really aggressive.
Well, with Magruder 0 for 3 from the field, here's Angel Rodriguez leading the way for K-State with 11 points, all while his mom is watching. She is in town and just got to be so proud. The game he had against Oklahoma when he scored a dozen points along with 9 assists against Oklahoma, and to follow that up with another big night here tonight against the Jayhawks.
There's that nuisance three-quarter court pressure back to man-to-man. Rodriguez has got 1 foul. K-State has taken away that lob to the corner of the board in this game early. A staple of Kansas.
Shot clock to 5. Johnson crosses over, goes into the paint, has it blocked by Southwell. Here's Rodriguez. He gives it up. That was with authority.
And a great decision again by the point guard.
Ellis, boy, what a tip pass from Kevin Young. Under a minute to go, first half. Will that dunk be the one to get Magruder going? There's Relaford, though, right in his hip pocket.
Absolutely.
Shot clock at 7. Southwell for 3.
Angel Rodriguez is dominating this basketball game right now. He's dominating it on both ends, but his playmaking has been outstanding.
Shot clock turned off. good pass. Young can't convert. At the buzzer, he does. Young gets his own miss and puts it back in to give Kansas a 4-point advantage. But Bill Self applauds as his team leaves the court, knowing that perhaps they let Kansas State off the hook a little bit. The Wildcats shoot just 34% in the first half, 25% from three-point range. They get almost nothing from Magruder, and yet Kansas State very much a part of things.
Well, Angel Rodriguez has not only scored 12 points, but he's been very deft with his playmaking, and he's creating easy chances for his teammates.
So the Jayhawks lead it by 4 as Rodney Magruder is only 2 points, and they came with a little anger.